Get yourself one of these. You don't have to read.
I have wet eyes.
When I was in Poundland the other day, I saw this book. We're in Poundland again today. And I just wanted to show Soph, so I'm going to show you guys. It's called The Family Tree. The small tree stood alone on a grassy hill. The seasons changed, and the tree was sad and lonely as it grew. Then one day, after many years of growing, something amazing happened. The big tree stood on a grassy hill, but it was no longer alone. It was a family tree. I think this book's missing a few words. I think there's like 4 pages of words and the rest is pictures.
That don't really seem to flow.
Get yourself one of these. You don't have to read.
So from my view, guys, to me, for Dixie, the hair underneath her ears look like second ears. What do you guys think? She's not looking right up now with her ears like all excited.
We're going home! We're going home!
There you go.
We're going home!
We're going home, Dixie! We're going home!
I was just like, we're not there yet.
No, I'm going back down. So cute! I have wet eyes. Because I was sat here like this and I was... And Soph looked at me through the mirror and was like, what are you doing? And I couldn't be bothered to lift my arms to scratch my head. But I'm too short to reach the roof. So I'm sat here rocking.
Stretch her head up and make her neck longer, and I'm like, that ain't gonna work.
Epic fail on my part. I've got condensation in my oxygen tube. After we went to the vets with little Albert Bob, me?
Yeah, you.
We went to Poundland. But first of all, I want to say, she did really well at the vets, didn't she?
Yeah.
And she got all excited. And at one point, once we'd finished with Joe the vet, he was very impressed with how she's progressing. And she's lost weight.
She has.
She was 20 kilograms 2 weeks ago. She's 19.2 now, so we're doing good. But
Alba, stop eating your leg.
she was sat on the chair.
Was I, man?
Yeah, you were. And you're welcome. And that was really cute.
It was really cute.
I turned and said to her, we're going to go see Joe in 2 weeks' time now, okay?
Oh, she just did such a hard swallow as if to say, oh no.
And she literally... Don't forget me, Mum.
Of course not, thank you. Okay, is that enough now?
But yeah, I was sat in front of her and I turned and said, we're going to go see Joe in 2 weeks' time, okay? And she literally sat there. She was so intense.
She was.
She just went woof, in response to
It
me.
was, wasn't it?
It was literally like, okay, fine, Mum. It was so bloody adorable. And yeah, we then needed to go to Poundland to get top up hair dyes because we realised that my hair's really long and we probably don't have enough. So, hello. We got hair dye, which I'm not going to show you the colours of because I want to keep it a surprise. So first of all, we got a bag because we did just go in to go. Oh, we literally just went in to get dog toys to say well done for Alba and this hair dye. So we didn't need a bag. And then because of everything that we bought, we then needed a bag. So there's these really cool things. I don't know what they are, but the tub looks cute, so we bought it. Appetizer. Every time I see this, when I used to watch Friends, it's not the same one, but the advert for Friends was appetizer with friends. And yeah, I saw this and it just reminded me of that, so we bought some appetizer each. Some cereal. These two really cool books because they're like really cute. I love you. Or was that Mummy loves you? I don't know. Little Mouse, I love you. A fake Aladdin, but it's uber cool.
Yeah.
And Good Night Little Mouse. And then a dog toy. A dog toy. And the reason why we go to Poundland, no, not yet, go to Poundland to get dog toys after we've been to the vets is because we want her to be able to just let her hair down and
She
shred
enjoys
whatever
shredding.
she
Yeah.
needs to.
Poor Pickle. She saw it and she's like, is that for me? And now she's just looking at a tiny ball like, oh.
Another dog toy. Another dog toy, which is quite luminous.
I really like the look of that one though,
Yeah.
man. I'm sniffing
And
it.
there is like multiple like appetizers and stuff like that, so I'm not going to get them all out. But we saw this chocolate bar.
It's upside down, baby.
It's a fake Toblerone.
You can't have that, baby girl.
Like, what the heck? So we're going to give it a test later to see what it tastes like. Normally they sell ordinary Toblerones as well. Toblerones as well. And we're like, we'll get a normal one and we could do a taste test to see which one tastes better.
It's like they've replaced them, isn't it?
Yeah, literally, they do not have normal Toblerones anymore. Just Twin Peaks. But then we saw these and we're like, they sound cool. We'll taste test these instead. And yeah, that's our food haul really. Food haul? Poundland haul. I got a receipt from a receipt money thing. Yeah. That is it.
Dixie said, can I please have one of the toys now, though,
No,
man?
we're going to wait until Alba's ready to play.
We're not. Oh, I kissed him, man.
Later.
Oh, mama. Oh.
Okay. Which one? Oh, which one do you want?
I want the monster one.
Alba?
Yeah, that's for me. Oh, I'm happy. Is that yours? I'm very happy now, Mom. Mommy, I want you to bring him up. I'll take him out to here. This is good. I wanted one of the other ones.
I want the other one.
I want the squeaky one. Just wanna, yeah, gentle does it, ma'am. That one mine. Thank you, ma'am.
That's it, baby girl. 2 of you, 2 toys each.
But you didn't squeak the one that I had as well as you squeaked the one that she's got, Tommy.
Well, where's it gone? And I'll squeak it again.
I buried it under my belly. I want to bring mine up here. I want that one. I'm pretty good now. Yeah, that one's now mine.
Babe.
Did I get it? I don't know if I got it.
Oh, don't look so disappointed. That's it, baby girl. That's all of them.
You gonna play with it? You gonna play with your toy? Your new toy? I got my new toy on me. I got my new toy on me.
Come on,
I wanna come up here. Up here. In Mum.
You are.
Yeah. Oh, I took off the Lego. Because but there is so much more in that baggie, don't mean.
Yeah, but it's not for you.
Oh no. Are we done, Mum?
Hello.
Oh, look at this fake cheekbone I've got here. If only that were real. I just have to go around like this all the time. Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm not eating rubbish. I'm eating tablets.
Not eating rubbish.
I don't like crap.
As in like the chocolate covered pretzels we're going to be eating
Shut
in
up.
a minute. She's not eating rubbish. Mummy, I'm squishy. Mummy, you need to spoon.
What?
Something sharp, but it might just be...
Hopefully it's a thorn.
Hopefully it's a thorn, did you say?
Yeah, like nothing too dangerous.
There you go.
My neck ate it.
Yeah, tell me about it.
We didn't get round to eating Twin Peaks.
Not yet.
We did, however, try... Sorry, they're really horrible tablets.
Which ones is it today?
Well, it's the
The chewables.
Yeah.
That makes sense, seeing as you're chewing it.
I get stuck in my
Duh.
teeth.
Okay.
We did try.
That was a thorn. Have you got them everywhere else?
She ran straight into the bush.
Have you got thorns everywhere? I'm gonna have to
Probably.
check you. Let me check your belly.
So this is one reason why we're glad that we do this every night with the girls. Is we make sure like they get checked over every night and multiple times throughout the day, but they get a thorough check over at night.
That's because Mummy does a good job, Tommy.
But yeah, we did have the white chocolate Toblerone, and they are amazing.
Yeah, they're good.
Soph did try to put one in my hot chocolate. I did try, but it failed. Ooh. Hopefully gonna dye my hair tomorrow.
Oh, that's news to me, so that's good to know.
Maybe, because it's. I think it's the only day this week that we haven't got something on.
Oh, really? What's on Thursday?
Recovering from Wednesday.
What's on Wednesday?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm sure something's on Wednesday.
Oh, I've got,
Oh, you got volunteering?
yeah.
I knew something was
You're
on.
so squiggly today. What's with these legs? I'm not going to do it now, Mummy. Oh, I'm still doing it. I am still...
I flopped.
Yeah. Hello. You're so tickly. What are you so ticklish for?
Look at those little army pegs.
You mean me?
Yeah.
And what about my foot?
Yeah.
Yeah. What
So
are these legs
cute.
doing? What are these legs
So
doing?
tickly.
What doing?
She has been shattered this evening. For the first time, so we took the girls out again. And for the first time ever, she ran flat out for half an hour. And I know that doesn't, they're like, half an hour, is that it? She's a spaniel. But...
I feel like you need to show the people. That tickles my bum, no Mims. It's got to be cleaned.
we have to clean all the little nooks and crannies because she's allergic to grass, dust mites, house mites. And obviously every house has a limit, like a number of dusts and all the little grimy bits. We need to make sure every bit of potential fold has been cleaned so nothing like harbours there.
She's so tickly today as well.
Yeah.
So she's like extra squiggly.
But yeah, you might all be thinking she's a spaniel, she should be going for longer than half an hour. This time last year, she couldn't even run for 10 minutes. So half an hour is a huge improvement. And
even to the extent that like last week she could run 25 minutes, and I mean we were pretty impressed with that. We didn't realise that she couldn't do it, and then like today she was just flat out for half an hour, and then we came home. Oh, you just kicked me in the chest.
I think I caught that as well.
And then we came, it's okay, I know you didn't mean to. And then we came home and she was just like, oh, I'm really tired now.
Yeah, literally
Yeah.
just
And you need, oh, thank you. That's
flat out. Look at that bum.
Did you have your wipes? Are you done? Oh, that's your treat. Is it Dixie's turn?
Did you have your wipes? Did you?
My turn.
Oh, you nearly got that in there.
Yeah, she did with me several times, like actually got it in. Is it Dixie's turn now?
So yeah, half an hour is just, sorry, she just tailed the camera.
She whipped it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was mine. Mummy, you need to fuss me now. This is routine, Mommy. Yep.
And the peoples are watching you.
That's because I'm cute.
Yeah.
Let me just come in closer then. I smiled at the people, man.
Where's the people?
They're all here.
Is that the people?
Yeah, I'm
Is it?
looking at them. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, so half an hour is just phenomenal, really. It's just absolutely amazing. And we're just thinking, when she gets onto her full dose of this immunotherapy treatment, what is she going to be like? It's just going to be, like, unheard of.
I'm sorry, it's okay. It's
I mean, when...
You can get it in a minute. I just dropped her ball on the floor.
Oops. When Dixie was this age,
Oh.
we used to take her out 3 times a day for an hour at a time. And even then, that wasn't even enough, was it? No. So for Alba to still be getting tired after half an hour,
You're talking about
quite intense.
me, Mommy.
It's still a bit cruddy, but it's better than it was.
Improvement, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we're happy with an improvement.
And hopefully we're going to get some special cream, because I don't know if you guys have actually seen, but this pigment, thank you.
That's mine, Mummy.
It used to all be brown, and she's got her hand down my top. She's got it all down in her gums and everything.
And it gets worse, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is getting worse. She's had biopsies done, and it's come back with something, but it's such a long name, we can't ever remember it. And the treatment for that is the steroids, and we've got special cream and spray and wipes. Oh, she's got to have a special diet. Let's just say we're glad we got insurance when they were
100%.
born. She's staring at the light.
It's because it's moving, and these is butterflies. I like
Yeah.
butterflies, don't you?
So yeah, she's become one bloody expensive dog, but it's just one of those things. Just like a human can be born with allergies, a dog has. And it just so happens that she's allergic to pretty much everything. No itching. Thank you. But yeah, no itching. Thank you. But yeah, we're going to try and get her off the steroids. She's on steroids every 3 days at the moment. So we're going to hopefully try and get special cream for this bit on her face. We've got the spray for when she starts itching. And then hopefully the topical stuff will mean that we can take her off the tablets, because that's what made her gain so much weight. So we're having progress with losing weight as well. We're doing it nice and slow. Yes. Yes. But yeah, she's got a new white patch coming up on her nose, so we just got to keep an eye on that at the moment. Oh, the people looked at me.
Oh, that was intense.
But yeah, other than that, after Soph had her physio, she just needs to strengthen the muscles in her legs, really, and that should help with the stability of her knee.
Because apparently, I can't remember the exact number, but I feel like it was something along the lines of like 50%. But like 50% of people are born with an ACL deficiency, and you only have one ACL per knee. So if you have a deficiency, you obviously have at least one knee where you don't have that ligament. And apparently, you can deal without it. You just need to like retrain your body how to do that, basically. And with me at the minute, the only thing that's really stopping me from like progressing is the pain. So they think that if I start on like regular paracetamol and ibuprofen, that I can sort of get that sorted, and then yeah, it'll get better, won't it? And then hopefully it won't need surgery, because not everybody needs an ACL.
Dixie just sneezed and it hit my arm.
Was it?
No, it was wet. I've had to put my TENS machine back on because my knee is hurting. My knee, because of my hip. I've had surgery done twice, and
it doesn't really work to the time, though, is it?
The pain I'm getting now is completely different to what I was getting pre-surgery, and it is horrific. And I don't want to keep taking morphine, so we hunted out the TENS machine. Luckily, we had some TENS machine pads in the fridge. She's really listening to me.
Yeah, I'm listening to you through your chest.
And we had a battery, but it's starting to pulse. So it's running out. I've killed the battery already.
That might not have been a completely brand new battery.
See, battery's dying. To be fair, I had it put straight on level 8 because the pain was just so intense. No other level was really sorting it. It's just another one of those things. We still can't find the ball that I lost in the tree. Oops. It's literally just like disappeared into oblivion. It's just, it is no longer there. It's a bright blue and yellow ball.
You'd think that you'd be able to see it, but you literally just can't.
Nope.
Like, I stood under it and like walked around looking up at all the branches, and it is just not there. It's just not there. Oh, phone.
Yeah.
Is that the phone? Are you done?
There was this lady that come by with her son, with her at their shopping, just going over to their house. And Dixie was being an arsehole and chucked the ball, like, behind me. It wasn't easy for me to reach. So the lady walked past, she was having a little natter to us as she went, and then she was just like, "Oh, did you want your ball, friend?"
Mummy, you're exciting.
And she picked it up and threw it for pickle. And
bearing in mind, it was disgusting. It was so full up of spit that when it was being thrown, it was leaving spit trails.
And, like, hit the floor and was leaving, like, a white puddle.
Really white. Oh, it was vile.
So before I even got round to saying, "Don't touch it with your hands, it's disgusting," she had already picked it up and thrown it. And then she was just, I still didn't say anything. And then she was like, "I've got a dog, I know exactly what they're like." Yeah. So I was just like...
But we just thought it was just so lovely that she just picked up the ball and threw it because Dixie was getting excited about having the ball thrown.
Yep. Really cute. They're having their treats now.
And Albert obviously squeaked at the lady and the child because she got so excited.
Oh, talking of squeaking. Oh.
Albert.
And like everyone at the vets knows Albert, that she's been there so much now, and they all adore her. And they all know her pattern. She's absolutely perfectly fine. She comes in on my lap because she will not walk. Then she sits on the chair, squeaks, the vet who's out the back knows when she's here because of her squeaking, and then she sits on the chair and me and Soph's got a fusser either side.
Yeah.
The vet comes if it's quiet. Dixie, you're gonna deafen them all. You're gonna deafen the people. You don't want to do that, do you? Do the people want to have ears like you? Hey, Dixie. Dixie.
You better not be eating your footy bags. I will spray them. Do we need to
Yeah,
spray
if there's
them?
nobody else at the
Or
vet's,
spray them?
then the vet comes out to me, because every time I go into the vet room, I take the table out.
Oh,
That's what she said with her spray.
good girl.
But there's nothing I can do about that, because the table's right in the centre of the bloody room. So it's really nice that they accommodate us as well. But anyway, back to the story. Albert was sat there on the thing, on the chair, and the lady was coming to clean up some pee, because the people before us, their dog peed on the wall and the floor and didn't tell them. Jeez. And she went to go fuss Albert, and then suddenly Albert screeches with her bark. Really, really super high pitched, and she made the lady literally jump out of her skin, and it just
Just because it was so high pitched, she was just completely quiet, like.
and suddenly just went woof.
It was.
And literally, even though she knows the screech that Alba has, she still jumped a mile, and it was just really funny.
It makes us jump sometimes, because sometimes it's just so out of the blue.
Yeah.
Like, we know that she only ever really does it if she's excited to see someone she's been running around, or if we're at the vet.
Yeah.
But yeah, that doesn't taste very nice, does it?
She just licked the steroid spray on her feet.
I didn't
Oh,
think that
bless
tasted
her.
nice.
Yeah, but I might get more treats.
No, you're not going to, because I'm not encouraging you to eat that. That was horrible, wasn't it? Yeah, I didn't think you liked that, baby girl. Is that not nice?
Dixie,
My name?
you're Albert.
I know, but you called somebody's name. I thought it was for me. Dixie, if you want it, go get it.
It's so funny. You would think that Dixie was the younger out of the two of them, which isn't possible because Dixie gave birth to Albert. Which I'll try and find some pictures.
You need to tell them about the story of the lady who had the puppies, though. Talking about different ages.
We sold, we kept Albert. Soph's parents kept the other brown one, which is Daisy. And someone who was a very good friend of ours bought one of the black ones. Then somebody else who we didn't know come and bought another black one. Somebody come and bought a blue roan, and then there was 2 boys left. So this woman bought both boys. She gave us one lot of money, and then decided she didn't want to give us the other lot, and was like, no, it doesn't work like that. You need to... We've been kind enough to allow you to only give us half the money and then take the boys. So then she sent a cheque that bounced. And then she said that she couldn't pay because her husband had gone missing.
No, he said he'd been kidnapped, didn't she? I thought it was the fact that he'd been kidnapped.
Either kidnapped or missing, and both was a bull story.
Really?
And then she messaged me saying that we need to pay for the damage that the boys have done to her office, and we're just like, hang on, you need to train them. I mean, we gave them basic training, like being able to eat and drink and everything like that, going to the toilet. We started doing literally the basic stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah, we started toilet training them to go outside. They weren't perfect because they were puppies.
Yeah, they were. God, I think they went at 9 weeks, didn't they? I think it was.
Yeah.
And they were pretty much. They had little accidents, but they had proper training because we were wanting to train Alba, we were wanting to train Daisy, and I think it was one of the other boys. We were looking after him a bit longer for his parents, and we said that we'd start training for them. So considering we had 3 others that we were training, we started training them.
All of them.
So yeah, she tried to make us pay for damage that they had caused because they had destroyed things, but she had left them there for 6 or so hours on their own. And then she tried telling me that they were unhealthy dogs. And I was just like, no, they had multiple vet checks. And we made sure that the vets gave the all clear before we started selling them.
And like we gave them the most vet recommended like food and stuff, didn't we?
Yeah.
They had all of their everything they needed to have.
They got microchips.
They had.
The only thing, we didn't dock the tails because we don't like docking up the tails. We like family pets. And we didn't get their dew claws removed because we wasn't having working dogs. So you don't need to have the dew claws removed. And we wasn't selling the dogs as working dogs.
Plus, we don't like that.
No.
I mean, they've got them for a reason. We don't like the idea of them.
She bought them wanting one as a family pet and one as a working dog. I was like, okay. And then we later found that because of the damage that they caused, she was making them sleep in the barn, in the hay barn. These tiny, brand new, like 9-week-old puppies were sleeping in a hay barn. And then she tried telling us that her vets had said that one of them had something of its bowel missing or something and couldn't digest food. And we were just like...
Never had any issue
It was perfectly fine with eating with us. And then she turned and said that one of them had no teeth when it got to them. And we were like... Well, he had teeth when he left our front door. And then she tried telling us that the boys were different ages. And we were like...
They were born from... They're the same litter, literally. Like, we've got...
There was 7 of them altogether.
Yeah.
2 were born on the 8th of March. And the rest were born on the 9th of March. That is the only difference with what age could be like for being different ages. If you want to... Alba, no thank you. If you want to state that they're like born on different days, that's the only technicality. But otherwise, they were all born on the same day.
But like they were saying that they were literally months apart.
Yeah, like 6 or 7 months apart they were. And we were just like, no they weren't. We were sat there taking it in turns every couple of hours, helping Dixie when like they came out and making sure they got warm while she was having the next one born and stuff like that. Oh, it was just horrendous. And just the bullshit stories. And then... Oh, the other thing that we got told was that we kept them in cages and they were never let out.
They had free reign of our whole hallway.
It's not a hallway that's absolutely tiny. We lived on a ground floor flat and the hallway was like an L shape and had like rooms coming off of it and things. And we had a back garden, which they went out in like every other hour basically, weren't they? Especially when we were doing the toilet training. So it was just a load of crap. And it's just like ridiculous stories to try and get her like money back. I mean, all the other dogs have gone to lovely, lovely people, and we keep in contact and receive pictures with the others. The family that these 2 went to, that's the only ones that we regret selling them to.
We do. I mean, if anybody's having puppies and you have people come to see them who want to buy them, if within the first sort of couple of minutes you initially think not keen, stick to it, because by the end of their first meeting we were like...
We were doubting ourselves.
Well, in the beginning we were like, no, not at all. And then we talked and they said everything right, didn't they?
Yeah.
And they were just like, oh no, they're going to be our family pets and, you know, we love them. And
they just lost a family dog or something like that. And I was just
like... you know, by the end of it, we agreed that they could have them because we thought, you know, fair enough.
Well, they were coming to have one first of all, and then they realised that there was only going to be one left, and they thought, we'll keep the two together, and
Yeah.
it
And each of them liked the opposite one, didn't they?
Yeah.
One of them liked the one that we named Red, and the other one liked the one that we named Brownston. And we were just like, okay. And we were really close to moving as well, weren't we? Moving house, which we had to do. And so we thought that they were going to be a great family, and it was going to be great, didn't we? And then all of that stuff happened.
I mean, I was pretty anal when people rung up to inquire about the puppies. If the first 3 questions wasn't really properly dogs, Albus sat on it, Dixie, dog specific or spaniel specific, because spaniels are high maintenance, I said no, and I didn't even say to Sophie about, okay, let's just let them come round and we'll have a look at them there, and we literally just refused them after that first couple of minutes on a call.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're the only ones that we really regret.
Yeah, I mean, even to the extent that the woman, she runs her own business, and yet apparently, we don't know for sure, but, like, she sort of said everything right when we first met her, didn't she? That would give us the impression that she does run her own business. And then after they had the puppies, everything just makes you doubt it. It's like she may well run her own business, but it's just like everything was just a bit... Nothing added
marrying
up,
up,
did it?
yeah.
And yeah, so now, a little bit gutted and heartbroken.
We would do it all over again. It was an amazing experience, but our problem is we want to keep another puppy. So,
and we don't
know it's not realistic.
Yeah, we don't want to ruin the bond that Dixie and Alba have with each other or with us, and we know that the chances are different hormones and different experiences, it might change Alba as a person, person. We call them people basically because they're our babies. But yeah, you know that it could change her. And we don't want anything to come in between that, do we? Plus, obviously, with Alba's health issues, now that we know about them, it's just not worth it, is it?
No.
Whereas with Dixie, she was completely healthy and completely, absolutely fine to do it. And, yeah, we're really glad we did.
So, yeah, I'll try and get some pictures to show you guys, because they're so adorable.
They're so cute. Yeah, and you know it. You're a very proud mummy, aren't you?
You are.
Oh, and another thing as well. To this day, if one of us says to Alba, "Where's mummy?" she'll instantly look at Dixie.
It has to be me when I say, "Where's mummy?"
Oh, yeah, because if I say it, she comes straight to you, doesn't she?
Yeah, I say, "Where's mummy?" meaning Soph. Alba looks at Dixie first, and then I say, "No, other mummy," and then she looks at Soph.
And that's really cute. I just think it's gorgeous. It's so adorable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bless them. But, my hot chocolate's going to be freezing cold.
You don't have any cream on top anymore.
No, it's probably all falling down the side.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're going to love you and leave you.
Yeah.
Hope you like the puppy pictures that I'm going to put at the end. I'm not going to put them all up because there was like 200 in the first night.
Alone. Not included all the rest of them.
Yeah, so if you're new around here, subscribe!